Hi everyone. Today we are going to be reviewing WKU. So before we even do WKU, I want to talk about what is WKU and when do we use WKU. And I think you're all really great at WKU, so I don't have to go so in depth, but W, remember, stands for we need to always have a word ratio to start with. Then we have the known ratio, and please write this with me. And then we have the unknown. And so whenever we set it up, we want to have words first. And some of us have been slacking with putting our words, so make sure that we're really doing that. Then we're going to have to do our known, so what we know. Remember, with our known, we usually put a star by it because sometimes that comes from our BFF. And then we have our unknown with a variable usually. And so we're trying to solve for that, and then we'll cross multiply, or we'll do what Daniel likes to call circle math. So let's talk about some times that we use WKU. We use WKU when they say problems like da 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 at this rate. Something's happening, I can make so many dives in this many minutes, so how many could I make in an hour? At this rate, or at this, not with an S, at this rate. Okay, other times you could use it with like conversions, meaning, oh, I want to know that I had 10 pints of blood. How many would that be in cups? Conversions. We do this with percent problems. If I want to know how much percent of something is, we put the percent over 100. I use this, and this is a big one we talked about, but we haven't mentioned lately. If they give me 3 numbers and I want to know the fourth. When they give me 3 numbers and I want to know the fourth. If they give me 3 numbers and I want to know the fourth, that's a big clue that we're going to use WKU at this rate. If they say anything about equivalent ratios, or if they say anything about unit rate, those are big hints that we're going to use WKU. So I'm ready to dive right in. We're going to do this first one here, and it's about Annabelle making a gelatin dessert for a party. She makes 12 servings for every 5 people. If each pan Annabelle uses to make the dessert holds 8 servings, what is the minimum number of these pans that she needs in order to make enough to feed 10 people? Okay, so this is kind of weird because it has 4 numbers, but I know that we're doing 12 servings for 5 people, and I want to feed 10 people. So those are the things that I know are related to each other. This 8 servings is about something else. So I've got really 3 numbers. I know I could set up a WKU problem. So I'm talking about our WKU. We're having servings of this gelatin dessert, like Jell-O, per how many people. So we have servings per people. What I know is that there are 12 servings for 5 people. I want to know, what's unknown is how many servings, so I'm going to put X over my 10 people. Remember, it's really important that we look to make sure we set it up with the servings over the people. Make sure you do that word part. All right, so we have a couple different options that we know about. We can multiply, cross multiply 12 and 10, and then divide by 5. But I see something easier, what we call circle math. I know to get from 5 to 10, I multiply by 2. So then I multiply by 2 here, and I would get 24. So that means I need 24 servings. But 24 is not my answer choice, and that's where that 8 servings comes into play. 8 servings would mean that, and if I have a total of 24, I'm going to have to do something special here. I need 24 servings, 8 servings in each pan. So how many servings would I need? So each pan has 8 servings. How many pans would I need? Well, 8 plus 8 is 16. Another 8 would make a total of 24. So I would need 3 pans. All right. Hopefully that WKU review was perfect for you. I would like you to try number 2 and then enter your answer in Edpuzzle. Good luck. All right. So hopefully number 2 went well for you. We're going to try number 3 now. If you notice, I am outside. It's a beautiful day. I got my Diet Dr. Pepper. It's beautiful out. So now that I'm in a great mood, let's talk about number 3. An adult human body contains about 10 pints of blood. How many fluid ounces is the equivalent of 10 pints? Well, I know I'm going to pints and ounces. This was my big hint. Pints, ounces. I know that's a conversion problem, so I want to use WKU. So WKU here, I want to go from pints to ounces. And it's so important that you do this. So I know, remember how we put that star by our no? Because when we're doing conversion problems, that no comes from our best friend. If you flip it over to the back, I did post a little picture of your best friend on here. And we want to go from pints to ounces. So if we look here, 1 pint, is 2 cups. And I want to go all the way down to ounces. So remember, what do? I'm just going to multiply here. So 1 pint is 2 times 8, which is 16 ounces. So let's go back up. 1 pint we know is 16 ounces. So I can put that here with my WKU. 1 pint is 16 ounces. I want to know how many would be in 10 pints. How many ounces? All right, all I have to do is cross multiply and then divide. So 16 times 10 is 160, divided by 1, still 160 ounces and 10 pints. Okay, hopefully that went well for you. I want you to do number 4 and then enter your answer into Edpuzzle. Good luck. Come back to me. Okay, number 5. Number 5 says, as part of a survey, 300 girls were asked to name their favorite sport. The results showed that 12 of the girls named their bowling as their favorite sport. Then it says this, what percentage of the girls named bowling, forgot the G there, as their favorite sport? So when it asks for a percentage, I know that I'm going to be using WKU. All right, and my words are going to be part over whole. Part over whole. So what I know is that 12 girls, that's my part, out of the total, the whole 300 girls here is going to set up my percent. I don't know my percent because it said what percentage over a total of 100. All right, now that we have that set up, what we can do is we can look at doing some WKU. I do know to get from 300 to 100, all I have to do is divide by 3. So to get from 12 to X, all I have to do is divide by 3. So that means that 4% of our peeps name bowling as their favorite sport. And my iPad is going super slow here, so we're going to try to finish up this video. This next question is about Jimena, and it says that Jimena skates 4 laps in 82 seconds. What would be an equivalent rate of 4 to 2? And really slow, here we go. So if we're going to be taking 4 and 82, we want to know equivalent rates. So one thing I can do is I can set up a WKU where I'm saying 4 in 82 seconds. It's going so slow. Hopefully I can catch up here. 4 in 82 seconds, really slow. Is that equal to 6 in 120? And what I can do is I can cross multiply and see if those would be the same thing. If I cross multiply, so take 4 times 120, if 4 times 120 is equal to 6 times 82, then I have equivalents. If they don't equal, then I know that they're not equivalent. So I want you to set these up. I'm going to tell you right now, A and B, they're not equivalent. So between C and D, decide which one of those would be equivalent to 4 laps in 82 seconds. All right, so you're going to do number 6, and I want you to do number 7, and then you can move on to the next thing. Good job.